was a tough on the eardrum, bro.
Ask the Boss episode number.
I don't even know, dude.
Bro,
it's been years.
I think we're at 40. Are we at 40 or are we into the...
It's gotta be end of 30s.
You think?
It's been wild, man.
You know what, man? It's been a wild ride. You know what we deserve?
American Energy?
America Energy. And I think it would be very fitting if we light one of these suckers up during Ask the Boss.
It's fitting?
It's fitting. Bird, is that about right? Romeo and Juliet? Too big? Whoa.
That's what we do here in Core Nutritionals.
Oh, man. So these are the good ones. Well, it's Friday. It's end of the month. It's time to celebrate. Not really sure what we're celebrating. The beautiful weather.
Celebrate the time together.
Yeah. Stick your tip in there, and I'll just
what is this?
Circumcise it.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. I'm tripping.
Oh, you're just gonna do it for me?
Push it in.
It's in there. You just cut it.
You like that?
Yeah, it was smooth.
Dude, that's good. It's good.
So today's theme is
energy drinks and cigars.
could be
We could maybe get.
God, my brain's freaking fried. What's that movie? He's a fucking total gangster. I'm on camera right now. I'm gonna sound like an idiot.
Bugs lighting a cigar as you're telling a story.
You know what I'm talking about?
Godfather?
It could be The Godfather, or it could be Al Pacino movie, Scarface.
There we go.
Yeah.
Can't you stop talking about money? It's boring, Tony.
What did you score it from, Mike? Boring? What's boring?
You're boring.
Oh.
That's the theme.
Scarface. See,
We just need a little. This is our cocaine, America Energy.
bro, it just got serious, bro.
This is our gangster stuff.
I mean, we were keeping it natural here. We had the natural energy drink and
Ain't nothing
the
natural about it.
tobacco rolled on a virgin's thigh. I mean, come on. And now you go straight to cocaine, dirty meat. All right, all right, let's get them lit. Should we pose for the screenshot first? We're probably about a good 2 minutes in at this point. Can we post for the screenshot? I think I need a little more lit here.
Try to get it even. Oh, you got your gas cans on, or whatever you call them. What do you call this?
Gators, yeah. All right, let's get in it. Ask the Boss.
That was supposed to be my pose. You were supposed to do something else.
All right. All right, good. All right, let's get it.
All right,
Get in there.
Ask Boss.
Wait. Before we do that, can we do some like product? Like,
Yeah, we need to
like,
update the
knowledge
people, man.
questions, Like,
This is gonna be a long episode.
best blackberry lemonade.
We're gonna have to take a break in the middle, cut. We'll have to, pull out the,
Yeah.
All right.
pull the black away. Bro, my brain is fried. I can't put shit together.
Update. So let's start with Core Nutritionals. So we just launched Core Bolic,
Yeah, really excited.
which is our Laxogenin and Pico 2. Yeah, my brain is fried too. Pico 2 product.
Yep.
Really good feedback so far. People are excited about that formula. So Pico 2, we launched blackberry lemonade core test earlier in the month. We launched the new Core Z's, which will be a limited run, given the inclusion of one ingredient that we're gonna have to take out. So if you like that formula, stock up. And that's in cherry bomb flavor. What else do we have this month? I feel like there was something else for Core. Oh, the clothing. You got the
gone over very well.
shorts and these performance shirts, which I actually wore to church last weekend. It's great. It's like I can wear now branded stuff to church. It's awesome. Anyways,
We forget about the men's leggings. I wear them every
and
week.
the meggings.
Yeah, I think I'm the only person that's ever bought it.
Maybe we need to run a discount on the men's leggings.
I think I just
The shirts and the shorts sold great, but the leggings not so much. And then for America Labs, we had a lot of exciting stuff. The Supremos, which is our EAA and hydration electrolyte blend for them, that launched this. Man, we almost sold out of that very quickly. We already have more coming in, so that's good. So really excited about that product. I know our retailers are excited about that product. We have Independence Cake, which is got red, white, and blue star sprinkles coming out for the 4th of July. We just launched.
Bird, you got a victory?
Victory, American Classic, and Victory. Already sold out, but we're doing another run. June 17th is the run. Yeah, you deserve it. So the really exciting part about this is we are launching the energy drinks, rolling out into 500 corporate GNCs in addition to the 300 and some franchises that we're already in. So that's a great partnership that we're really excited about expanding in. And then also we have America Labs launching with the supplement side, launching with GNC, rolling out into 120 military GNCs, online franchises. And then we also got America Labs big push for the 4th of July end caps in all the AFES exchanges.
In their concept stores.
So that's, we got a lot of stuff in the works. So
we hired Jeff Frady on the West Coast. So ding, throw up Dad right here.
Shout out to Dad.
Dad's bald head
Dad.
right here.
Can you put some like New Balance on him? Like Photoshop some New Balance, or like at least dangle some New Balance and like #1 greatest dad hat or something. That's Jeff. Jeff is Core Dad. He's got the Meaty Mobile. Well, it's going to be called the Core Dad Mobile.
Yeah.
So he's working on that. So that's huge for us. So now that we have people on the ground on the West Coast, or I should say a person on the ground on the West Coast, already the relationships he's creating out there have been awesome for us. So looking for big things out there.
He'll be at the Nut Bash.
Yeah. So we got to talk about the Nut Bash.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Did we miss anything on the brands? I should say we are working on yet another flavor for America Energy, which you have not tried yet, but it's blueberry lemonade.
Apparently it's the best flavor we will ever do.
Not ever do, but it will be my #1 favorite.
Currently. Right.
So my rank, Freedom, Victory, American Classic, Apple, Grape, Peach, Orange. That's mine, but I think blueberry is going to eke out Freedom. That's a bold statement.
Bold. The way you suck on Freedom.
Man.
Just like you suck on that cigar. Keep sucking.
Bro, why are you so...
Oh, I don't know.
You just, all right.
Just feeling it.
Feeling it.
People like, just
So what
off
was the other
fly.
thing that we were...
Nutrition Corner.
Nutrition Corner. All right. Nut Bash. If you guys do not know about the Nut Bash, ding! Drop a pair of nuts in there, Bird. the swinging nuts.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's a classic. Anyways, so the Nut Bash, that is our annual event. This will be the 2nd annual. Sean, keep it down, buddy. You and that forklift. Our 2nd annual event. It'll be twice as big as last year. So if you came to the Nut Bash last year, it was an awesome event. This year we're actually partnering with the city of Virginia Beach. They're doing a great job promoting it as well. So we have over 50 vendors within the industry coming. Those are all partners with us in the Nutrition Corner chain of stores. We're gonna be there. Really cool, exciting thing, which we haven't even talked about when we should. Arms Race Nutrition will actually launch that weekend. So if you wanna get the product first, come to the Nut Bash. We will have product there to buy on Saturday and Sunday. Well, I don't know why.
That was more of a question, like.
Okay, yeah.
Doug, what is Arms Race Nutrition?
I'm glad you asked me. Let's get back to that. Can we get back to the Arms? Anyways, Arms Race Nutrition is launching then.
You're talking about it.
The official launch is on
I know what you're
Tuesday.
talking about.
Tuesday the 25th, the official launch. So we'll come back to the Nut Bash. I think we need to jump to Arms Race.
Okay.
Is that good?
Yeah, you're just rolling. Keep going.
This caffeine and
Keep sipping and sucking.
tobacco.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sip and suck.
So Arms Race Nutrition is a partnership between us and Julian Smith. I've been a longtime follower of Julian Smith, a fan of his. For many years, we've recruited him for Core. That never worked out successfully, but we were very lucky enough to partner with him in this brand, Arms Race Nutrition.
And we kind of did partner with him in a way with Merrick Energy. Did I tell you that when I stopped in California, the kid, he was like, oh, I've seen this brand before. Julian Smith, you guys sponsor Julian Smith.
You know, Julian, this cigar's for you. I think this is, we're smoking this in your honor, welcoming you into the family. Anyways, so Arms Race Nutrition. So this is going to be another one of our premium brands. So we don't do anything half. We stick to the same, no pun intended, core principles with everything we do. The highest quality ingredients, no prop blends, no fillers, none of that crap. Just great formulas. But we're doing it with an influencer brand. Yeah. And so there's been a lot of influencer brands out there that have really products. Let's be honest. They don't. Without that influencer, they'd be nothing. And so Julian had the same like-mindedness that we did, you know, foresight, that he wants this brand to stand on its own, let the product speak for itself, and, you know, obviously promote it through his following. And, you know, I've always kind of, I mean, Julian will even tell you this, I always kind of questioned the value of an influencer. We had a little disagreement early on, like when we were talking weight before, because they're very hard to figure out the return on the investment. Now, I've learned and researched a lot, and, you know, influencing is great. Influencers are great, but you have to have a true influence. And Julian has a true influence. He's putting out great content for people where people can learn and better themselves. And a lot of influencers out there are just doing TNA and nudes and that's it. I don't call that influence. And those influencers will be gone in 2 years. Yeah. Julian will be around for a long time to come, and so will Arms Race. So super excited, super grateful to be a part of that. It's gonna be amazing. June 25th, we are launching online at Arms Race Nutrition. Follow Instagram, Arms Race Nutrition. Bird, you know, do your thing up here, throw a logo, throw the slogan, you know, all that stuff. Anyway, so Nut Bash. Why don't you talk about Nut Bash? I get a couple puffs.
Nut Bash, June 22nd and June 23rd. So the Nutrition Corner's annual Nut Bash. There's gonna be over 50 vendors. Got that.
In the supplement industry.
In the supplement industry and local vendors.
Yep.
Right?
In addition
combined,
to that.
or so there's 50
I think we have in the high 40s for supplements. That's all good.
Just
That's that country. That's good. That's good stuff.
there's gonna be
Bounce houses,
bounce
food
house,
trucks,
food truck.
deadlift competitions, strongmen.
You roll. You tell them.
All right, so here's what goes on. So from 11 to 4 on Saturday, you know, we're gonna have 2 tents this year, so twice as big as last year. We're gonna have 15% off all the participating brands, plus other free giveaways, swag, hugs, high fives, with tons of influencers. Bird, just like
Do you think?
do your thing. Throw them up there. The list is crazy. I mean, like, I can't even name them all here, and it's actually still growing. People are still jumping on.
You just added somebody yesterday, right?
Yeah, so I mean, it's gonna be awesome. And so that's 11 to 4. And then for all the Crushateers and our employees, you know, our ambassadors for Core, the night before on Friday, we're doing a Crushateers event. So if you're a Crushateer or one of our ambassadors, you know, definitely get down to Virginia Beach on Friday.
We're doing a Crush Fest
And dinner. So be there for that. And then, so that's Saturday. If you spend $100 on Saturday on any brand across anything, which, I mean, the deals that they're going to be running, and, you know, stock up, spend your $100.
It's really not asking a lot.
No, you get your free t-shirt,
really
you get your free Nut Bash t-shirt. I think they're going to be really cool. They're going to be like a military green, I think, this year. They're going to be dope, with, of course, the nut on it. And then that is your ticket to get into the next day. So Sunday from 10 to 1, we're gonna probably have to split this up. It's Ask the Pros. We're gonna have to split it up into, I think the first hour and a half, maybe we'll do actual pro athletes, and then we can split it up into CEOs and influencers, because the range of questions, there's so many. Our panel is 20 some people, right? Like, that would be it was tough last year. It would be really hard to manage that. So I think if we split it up into CEOs and influencers and then athletes, that would work.
I like that.
Okay. So we might.
You're emceeing.
I think we might have to tag team it, and we got to make sure that we have better mics this year. Bird's
Bird's not gonna be there, so
He'll be there.
Oh, Sunday he'll be there. Bird will be there. All right, cool. Getting on it.
All right, so I think that's the updates, right?
That's pretty good.
That's a lot.
Feeling
What
good.
are we in, like 15 minutes? Did everyone leave yet
Really?
so far? 15 minutes? Oh,
Dang, so smart, Doug. All right, we ready?
yeah, let's get it.
There's a lot of questions in here too. A lot of cool stuff. All right, we're gonna jump right in.
Skip the stupid ones, like the really stupid ones. The ones that are
I'm gonna
stupid.
go down in the row, and when the stupid ones come, I'll read the stupid ones.
Bruh.
So the first one is, if you're a bird, I'm a bird.
Is that you? Good job, Bird.
Second one is a 100. Keep it 100, Doug.
Yeah, word.
All right, and then we got Bobby Biceps, one of our ambassadors. We get this question a lot, actually, so this would be good to touch on here. What would it take to go from a core ambassador to a core elite athlete?
So, one is you would have to get to the top, the highest tier. That's number one. But all of our core elite have a different level or achievement, right? So they're all world champions or, you know, pro athletes or something else, right? Or what we would consider more of an influencer. I would think more on the 100,000 plus mark. But they have done something great in their respective sport. Paul Revelia, he's probably one of the top bikini coaches in the world right now. You know, Katie Ann has won the world championships in figure. You got Leah, who's won the WNBF, and she's also an IFBB pro. And so everyone has done some amazing things. So in addition to obviously getting to the top tier, it would be doing something to really set yourself apart.
And haven't we created the elite ambassadors? We're working on it.
Not officially, but we're working on it. So there are a couple people that are in the ambassador program that, let's be honest, they may never win a world championship, but they're doing amazing things for us and they just love the brand. And so we are going to create yet above the fourth tier, a elite ambassador program where we're still working that out, working those kinks out. So that's something to look forward to as well.
Cool. Good answer. All right, moving on. You're looking like a savage. All right, we got another ambassador here. Caffeine on prep. How much would you consume beginning of prep versus the last couple weeks, aka survival mode?
So I'm a big believer doing preps a little differently. Like, I think you should be digging the deepest and struggling the most at like 4 to 8 weeks out, 4 to 10 weeks out, in that range, because obviously your body fat's going to be getting lower, your calories are going to be the lowest. You know, at about 4 weeks out, you should be pretty darn close, ready to stage. Yep. And I would like to see you even start increasing food at that point. Your weight will probably still drop. I mean, I think you're going to be lean enough for sure to do that, where I think you're going to be able to bring your calories up a little or cardio down, and you're still going to find that your metabolism's on fire and you're going to be dropping. And so if you're doing that, I actually think that you won't need as many stims at the end. You know, I'll be honest with you, my last prep, I didn't even worry about it. If I needed stims, I took stims to get me through. I probably was pre-workout, I was probably 600 to 700 mgs at my highest. And I wouldn't go above that. Yeah. You know, I know people are on 1,000 or whatever. I mean, my daily intake, I'm dieting a little bit, is probably between 400 and 600. But, you know, I think having a strategic caffeine break during your prep could be good, could be a good thing.
I think it's just important to stay conscious of it and keep it in like a healthy measurement. Because recently, with a lot of talks with Kenton, our CMO, is that caffeine is really going to secrete even more cortisol. And it's
just double up on core hard, you're good.
So caffeine's going to restrict blood flow and provide and give you more stress, so it's going to inhibit fat loss even more. So just be smart about it. So like right now, I'm definitely dying near the end of the day, but I'm still trying to keep it moderate with just having the pre-workout or fat burner pre-workout and then something else later in the day, yep, which is America Energy or something else, ABCD or something.
Word.
So yeah. All right. The cooks. If you were to compete again, would you plan to work with a coach in the last few weeks, or will you go all the way to the stage on your own? Yeah, what would you do?
That's a big if, right there, because that's probably not going to happen.
Compete?
Yeah.
Ever. He said again, not like today.
Oh, yeah, I would probably have somebody, help me. I don't even need them to be the best coach in the world. I just need somebody to help keep me straight
So
when
you
you're.
think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I could probably ask you, right? Like, what do you think? And just have somebody else keep an eye on your prep.
Like a consultant.
A consultant, yeah. A full-on prep, I mean, I don't need somebody to tell me how to train. I don't need somebody to tell me how to do cardio or how much cardio to do. But, maybe macros, to dig deep, stuff like that. Yeah. I think it's a good idea. I really do. I think having somebody look over your prep, no matter how advanced you are, is important.
Agree. The real Taylor Vines, someone needs a muffin. Sheesh. By the way, this comes from Doug's nude 2 weeks ago.
Throw it up, bird.
Throw it up. Ding. He's photo shoot ready right now.
I'm half nude.
All right, here we go. Hey Doug and Meaty, how many pounds a week is best to lose to try to keep muscle gains?
So I know there's this trend. I mean, Wattis is one of these, right? Like, let's diet for 52 week type of thing. Like,
on it.
I know you're on it. I think that's a great way to hold on to muscle. I think it's probably a little overkill if you being in a deficit for that long. And I know there's diet breaks and there's more to it.
Well, and I don't think maybe the first 10 weeks I was in a deficit, right? Like, it was just kind of getting acclimated to the process and stuff.
I mean, realistically, I shoot for a pound a week, sometimes even a little bit more. So you shouldn't be going 2 pounds a week. That's too fast, but, on average. So like my last prep, I probably started close to 220. I got down depleted close to probably 190, so that's over the course of 30 pounds 30 pounds over the course of 25 weeks.
Dang, I didn't know you were up to 220.
218. Yeah. So like I started cutting this time around 270. It's a pound leaner,
Muscle maturity gains.
Yeah.
So I started at like 206, and today I was 190.
But you were a little juicier than that at one point. Like you were like at 212 or 210, and then you dieted for the wedding.
Okay, you're right.
Right?
Yeah.
So you got down to like 200 at the wedding.
Yep.
Shredded meat.
Got back up to 206, and then down from there.
Yeah. And what are you now?
Call it 195, but 196 today.
What's your average?
My average is 196.
And what's your low?
Lowest?
Yeah.
194.5. So I've lost like 10 to 11 pounds in 20 weeks. So it's like a half pound. I probably got another 10 to 12 to go, I think.
Word. Let's get it.
So yeah, I'd say a pound a week. Right?
I just had this great thought. When we got to cut it, we're going to let the smoke come up and just consume us we're going to blow a smoke shield. Bird, can we got it?
We got it now.
We got to do it now? All right, come on. You ready, Bird? Bird, meat stick? Bird?
I'm ready.
Oh, meat sticks. Come on, can we talk about the meat sticks for a second?
You got 30 seconds.
Meat sticks.
Elevator pitch.
This is actually happening. I swear it's 6 to 8 weeks out at this point. I swear. Even the manufacturer said
6 to 8
6 to 8 weeks. He's like, no, I know we've been saying that for a long time, but now we really are 6 to 8 weeks. We got the artwork, the flavors have all been done. America Meat, actually this is gonna be under our America Snacks label, still under the umbrella of America Labs. America Energy is separate from America Labs. So it's America Labs, America Snacks, and under America Snacks we got America Meat and we got some other goodies in the works too. So meat sticks are gonna be taking over the world. Dude, we could be out here, and then just.
So it'd be sucking, sipping, and chewing.
It's probably chewing, sucking, chewing, sipping, and sucking, right? Like, so you chew, and then you wash it down, and then you, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, you got salt first, then sweet, and then I got you.
All right, ready? Come on.
Okay.
All right, and we're back. Whew, that was hot.
That was smoke.
Crisis averted. Bro, aren't these amazing?
They are good.
I mean, like,
What, the ones in Virginia Beach a little shorter than these?
they are. So I actually wanted him to get the bigger ones, but I didn't tell him. I said, just get me what you got before, and he got these by accident. But this is exactly what I wanted. He read my mind. Shout out to my boy, getting me the goods.
Bro, don't be...
Oh, the plug?
Yeah, the plug.
Can you beep that out? All right, beep the plug out. Shh.
How did he do last weekend?
5th. He's taking a break. He's got 8 weeks. Now and then he's gonna go again. We got this. He's got a couple more pounds to go.
All right.
That tush.
You gotta get them glutes in.
Oh, beep that out. Okay. What were we just talking about that we needed to? Oh, so we got a question on live here over here.
Like how to take it, who it's good for, how to stack it, what can you stack it with. So if you could just give a little bit of.
So here's the cool thing about Bolic. Safe for men and women. And you can pretty much stack it with every supplement that we have. So you can, I've gotten the question a lot, you can stack it with the Big Papa stack. You can run it on its own. You can run it just with hard. All you really have to do, it's pretty basic. Take 2 pills twice a day. Honestly, I don't even really think about timing on it that much. I have a bottle sitting on a bottle sitting on my desk. I take it twice a day while I'm at work. I don't really think about the timing of it. And so you might want to take it with food just to prevent any stomach issues. And I would give it a couple weeks, give it a good 2 weeks for it to kick in, but you'll definitely notice a difference.
Sure.
Anything else on there?
Good for now.
Good for now? All right, roll. Cordad says, what up? Ambassador says, fire. NutriFit says 290 grams of protein. I need to step up my game. Big Mike at North Shore says, looking good, brother. No, that's not Big Mike.
Bro, we don't need, they could just go.
You told me, everybody.
I didn't say it.
Colin at ANC. Good morning, boss. When it comes to protein intake and building muscle, is it beneficial to eat more than your body weight in grams of protein, or are you just wasting protein?
Well, there you go. I'm eating 290.
Yeah.
I'm hitting 290. Right now, my macros are probably 290 protein, 245 carb, and 60 to 70 fat, depending on.
And when you diet, you maintain your protein throughout the whole time?
It drops slightly as my body weight goes down, but it would not drop below 275, I think.
Okay.
So yes, the short answer is yes. I think there is some benefit. A lot of people struggle getting a gram of protein in, which just kind of blows my mind. When I tell people 290 grams, like
Usually that's
I have to hold back.
Usually that's people that are not,
Lifters,
yeah,
like bros.
aren't our lifestyle people.
Right.
Like they're coming from a different background.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yes, I think there is a benefit, but you don't need 1.5. I think that's too much. I think like 1.25 is probably a good spot.
Yeah. How much PP could a P-Chung chop if P-Chung could chop PP?
I think I responded.
A P-Chung would chop all P-Chung could chop PP. I don't even, I can't do it.
Anyways, can we put P-Chung up here? Ding.
Railroad from railroad side. Peach on myself, call up 1,000 times to chop pee-pee for everything that you've done. But when Peach on calls you, you never seem to be home. I said railroad from railroad side. Peach on myself, call 1,000 times.
All right, Big Herman, how does someone turn a passion for fitness into their main career? Of course, many start training, but other possible avenues people may not think of, like more outside the box.
How do you turn your passion into
I guess this person has a passion for fitness, and how do you turn that into a career?
Well, you have to provide a service or a good that is going to make a difference for people, right? And at first, I would recommend doing it for free, helping people for free. You know, doing press. When I first started, before I started coaching, which I don't coach anymore, but before I started coaching, I was helping a lot of people for free. And then when I realized, like, hey, I really enjoy doing this and people are willing to pay me, you know, that was a great thing. But I did it out of the love of doing it in the first place. I started Core out of the love of creating supplements and wanting to create something for myself. And, you know, the best supplements for the best people, right? Like that's kind of what our core value is. And so, you know, I wanted to do something that was my passion, like create those supplements, and I didn't care about making money at first. Now it is my full-time career, so obviously money is important because it helps pay all of you, pay for the building, pay for everything, right? Pay for new cool products, pay for Crush It Coliseum. Ding, ding. Do we have a logo yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know if that's the name yet.
We could put the swirl on a Coliseum.
Yeah. Put a castle or something up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Your thoughts on increasing a set each week for 8 weeks, then deload, then start off your new 8-week block with very little sets, then increase again. Here's an example, doing 8 sets per muscle in a workout twice a week.
Bro, I'm bored already. So this goes to my big thing, is like, I understand periodization, especially if you're a power lifter, you're training a specific movement and doing things like that. I think that's a lot of overthinking for hypertrophy. I really do. Not to say it couldn't work. It could work great, right? But I think you're really overthinking. You're looking for the holy grail of training. How about you just get your ass to the gym 6 days a week and work hard and then recover and eat well?
I think what happens a lot of times in these types of focused training is that the intent of the exercises aren't as, like the intention is they're not pushing themselves to failure because they're too worried about hitting that specific,
Right.
Scheme that they're focused on.
Yeah, paralysis by analysis.
All right, we answer it?
I think so.
Okay. This could be long, but do you want to wrap up maybe in 30 seconds your current supplementation and diet?
So right now I'm running a crazy stack. So I got the Big Papa, Liberty Balls, and Bolic. Plus all my normal, it's good. Plus all my
Good shit, man.
yeah, this is the good stuff. Plus all Twitch, yeah,
That's a theme. What you talking about, man? That's not Scarface. That's Jackson.
That's Jackson. That's Jackson because of Bird. So yeah, that's like and I'm running Shred, and I have Shred in there too. But all my other supplementation is the same. The protein powders, Core ABC,
staple stuff.
Supremos, PWO.
Go see his
Creatine,
ding the YouTube video he reveals his drug stack.
Yeah. You gotta update that? You think?
Yeah,
That's probably the most watched video. Like that?
Sure.
Yeah. That was such clickbait, it was great. All right, what's next?
Check out the forearms, #NoFat.
Bruh.
That's a good one. That was pretty funny.
That's a good one.
The thing is, I don't have small forearms. It's just my upper arms are just a lot bigger than my forearms.
What is the greatest thing that you have learned from training at the gym and being disciplined for this long? It doesn't have to be one thing, but I would love to know what you feel is the most important or things you have learned about yourself.
Learnt?
Yep, that's how it is.
About myself or about training? Sorry, one more time.
The end of it was learned about yourself. But what is the greatest thing that you have learned from training?
Stop saying like that. Just say learned.
What is the greatest thing you have learned from training at the gym and being disciplined for this long?
Greatest thing I've learned about it. I mean, I think it comes back to my two main principles. It's the consistency and, man, that's a tough question. That's tough.
Well, would you say it has a lot to do with outside?
Because I haven't learned. I mean, it's just, no, I really don't. I mean, maybe it has, but I really think it's just my personality, which allows me to be dedicated and disciplined in the gym, right? Like, that's just the way I am.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't know if doing that for a long period of time has really, I mean, I'm sure I'm going to reflect on this at some point, but, sitting here today, I don't think it's really taught me anything, That's a tough one.
We'll come back to it.
That'd
That'd be a good ball status one day or Thursday thoughts or something. We'll let you think about it. Cool. It's a good question. Where's the first show, Doug?
No show, bro.
All right. Of all the gym equipment that you've used over the years, which company has stood out the most to you?
Well, when I was over in the UK, that Panada was amazing. That stuff.
Where were we at with that?
We're working on it. So the Panada, the Italian-made stuff, is incredible. Just because They're designs, you can move them in a gazillion different ways to make them perfect for use. A lot of brands like, even Arsenal makes some great pieces, but some of them like lock you in where the motion is not really natural. And so I don't really like them. I think Atlantis makes some great stuff. I think Rogers makes some great stuff.
I personally like a gym that's mixed.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you need to have mixed.
Yeah. All right, there's some banner in here, so we're gonna skip that. Doing my first physique show May 25th, then going to implement somebody's exit strategy. What would you recommend after that? What do you mean? You asked, what do you mean exit strategy? 12-week process where I slowly increase my macros until I reach TDEE to ensure I can maintain.
Yeah, so just reverse diet. You know, you can't go back to the calories and the macros that you had when you started at 20 weeks out. You just can't do that. Your body's not ready for that. So just slowly, just as you increased, just as you decreased, you should increase. I mean, usually it takes me about 6 months to get back to normal. You know, I think a lot of people, you can do it quicker than that, but it should be 3 or 4. What are you laughing at?
The next question.
Oh, geez. Okay, here we go.
Ready?
Yeah. So reverse diet.
Reverse diet. But there's some people that do it like super slow. And then there's some people that believe in like get your hormones back and like not like be an idiot, but
you know, I think there's something to be said to get back to a point where you don't even have to track.
Right.
That's a whole other conversation. But like I actually don't think tracking macros all the time, all year round is a healthy thing. Like right now I'm doing it. I started probably in December because I knew come February I was going to start leaning out. And so I needed to I needed to figure out where the heck I was to start from. I knew about where I was, but I didn't know exact. And you need to be exact when you're cutting. But I think 3 or 4 months out of your show, you should be in a position where you can just eat, you know, and know what your body needs. I think people who
that'd be good for the mental state too.
Oh, 100%. I mean, it's not healthy. It really isn't. You become like food just becomes like a game.
I remember like I would in the off season put my bowl on the scale, not turn the scale on, and then pour blueberries or whatever into it. Just as like my mind just is like, you got to use a scale, you know. But I wasn't tracking. I wasn't.
Well, actually, I did that too. Like I would, like some of my meals, like I would know, like I want to make sure I eat 5 or 6 ounces of meat.
Right.
So I'd weigh that, but then I like cup of rice, 2 cups of rice, half a cup of rice, whatever. Just throw it in there. Eat up, right, Bert?
Eat up, money. You got any questions? All right. Ready? Mm-hmm. Do you wipe from the front to back, or are you straight rebel and go back to front? He's asking for a friend.
Was that James Karen?
No, Traylon Ford. In all seriousness, thanks for partnering with Julian Smith for Arms Race Nutrition because it's going to be epic.
I'll just leave that question there.
You leave that for Julian.
I mixed it up.
We should do Ask the Boss with Julian when he's here for the launch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Front to back.
Oh man, this one's in another language, dude.
Back to like underneath. Bro, that could get messy.
Front to back or straight rebel and go back to front?
No. Yeah. No, I'm front to.
You're really thinking about this hard. You reach around, or do you go in this way?
Maybe to start, you start there, like a little clean up, and then you come. All right, that's too much.
Bruh.
This is another language.
It depends on how messy it is, meat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If it's varsity or JV.
JV. I got a lot of JVs. I wish I had more varsity in my life.
Now that prep's getting serious, I've got a lot of varsities.
Oh yeah, that's good. All right.
Can't ask this because it's in another language. Ask the boss question: free weights versus machines.
Both.
You done?
Yeah.
You done? Good talk.
Good talk.
All right. Hey Doug, what are your goals with those macros? Are you cutting, building, or both? Also, about to hit up the nutrition corners for some core BCAAs. What are your top 3 flavors?
The goals leaning out, top 3 flavors of ABC, lemon drop, sweet tea, gummy snakes. That's mine. What about you? And we're working on Mountain Dew. Where's the PO already? No, but I did tell them. I'm waiting for Redskins. We're also working on Redskins. Mountain Dew and Redskins will be next. See, that's for all those people that stuck around for 40 minutes and listening to our crap.
You get the good stuff.
You get the good stuff if you stick around. So yeah, Mountain Dew and Redskins, which is in, we can't call it Redskins, but which is an Australian candy for our peeps down there. And here's another little tidbit. You know what the Australians are gonna get?
You gonna tell them?
I think about it.
Bro, people are gonna, they're gonna want this.
I know, but let's see how many people actually watch this long into the video. I don't
All right,
think.
so if you watch this long.
So for like the 3 people that are still watching, we got a 30 scoop ABC coming exclusively for Massive Joe's in Australia.
So there'll be a full,
And we're going to be running it in pineapple strawberry, Australian gummy steaks, Australian orange sherbet, and probably once we nail Redskins, eventually Redskins. That PO is placed, labels are done, so I'm thinking in about 6 weeks that will be shipping on the water to Australia.
get ready.
Get ready.
Down
But
under.
that's Australian only.
All right, moving on. How do you feel about all these energy drink companies trying to imitate your amazing America energy?
Often imitated, never duplicated, baby.
XPO, what we got?
It's all good. It's all good. I mean, whatever. I'm not worried about it. Like I said,
Let them fight each other, right?
yeah.
Kind of doing our own.
Can't duplicate America Energy. I mean, what other energy drink has these ridiculous write-ups and cartoon dead presidents on it and tastes as good? There's just none.
I put weight on easily, so should I keep my carbs reasonably low?
No, not necessarily. I mean, it really depends on the person, right? So like, some people can diet on high carb. I say keep your carbs. We got a pickup here. We got, say your carbs should be as high as you can possibly have them while still leaning out. So you start with your baseline and you work them down from there. But like, there should be carbs in your diet. Like, I think keto is ridiculous. It's not sustainable. It can help people lose weight, but I just think it's very hard to truly do a keto diet and sustain it and be an athlete.
Jeff was trying to keto.
How'd that work out for him?
He crushed like 500 grams of carbs by day 3. He couldn't handle it. Because that kind of was. So.
Oh, Jeff, Dad. You mean
Yeah,
Dad?
Dad.
Okay.
Well, Dad.
I don't know who Jeff is. I just know Dad.
Oh, Dad. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
It didn't work out. So he's got it all figured out now.
Was it when you were out there?
Yeah.
He literally tried to do it. You were out there, and then he's like, "Screw this, I'm
Yeah.
going."
And then like he was crushing carbs like by Wednesday. Love you, Dad. The importance of water intake in losing fat.
You need it. I think water intake is important for everything, right? Like, it's not just when you're dieting. You need to have water. Your body is what? 3/4 water, 2/3 to 3/4 water. Like, you need water. So it's kind of a silly question for just dieting. I think it's really important. And keeping your sodium high. That's a big mistake related to the water. Most people drop their sodium. It's ridiculous. Like, I salt the crap out of everything. You know, before I train, I take a half a teaspoon of salt. That's like another 1,000 milligrams, 800 to 1,000 milligrams right there. You need sodium, keep it high. Even in the last week leading up, I think I reduced my sodium to 5 grams before going to 10 grams on the day before. So like, that's what people don't understand.
Yeah, but I think it's becoming more. People are becoming more educated now. Hopefully,
This is a nice mix. It's like sweet and musky.
I reckon Classics is better than Victory. Just saying. This person regrets the cheeseburger they ate last night after looking at your shredded abs. What do your macros look like during a caloric surplus? Do you keep your fat intake low and protein this high while bulking as well?
What was the second part of that?
Do you keep your fat intake low and protein this high while bulking?
Yeah, protein is probably higher than this even, just because I like to eat meat. My fat is not really low. Like, I would not drop fat really never below 20% of my calories coming from fat. Like, I think you don't want to drop lower than that. So my fat, I think, is relatively high for that amount of calories. And not high, but it's moderate.
Yeah. Okay. Last one in here. When deloading on a legs push pull off repeat split, Would you deload for the 6 days or just deload for the 3 days, then rest, then back to crushing it?
I hate these specific questions. So
Don't
say
hate,
it
bro.
again.
Don't say hate.
Hate is a strong word. I do not hate.
When deloading on legs push pull,
Okay.
would you deload for a week? So that's a week split, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Or just deload for 3 days, then rest, then go back to crushing it. So maybe he is doing legs push pull off, legs push pull, legs push pull off.
I would take more than just once. If you really want to do a deload, which there are some reasons why you would do that, I would take more than just 3 days to deload. I would take at least a full week.
Yeah. Okay.
Should we also give a little tidbit here into what else we got working on in terms of the podcast?
Yeah, get in there.
And I don't know how Ask the Boss is going to work. I guess Ask the Boss still will have a place because of a lot of these questions. And I know today on Instagram I do questions on Instagram, so I might just point them to this episode because I don't know if I'll get to all those questions. But we are working on a podcast, and so it'll be Kenton Engel, who is our CMO and resident philosopher. We got Meat, who's our meat philosopher, our meatifer, and
Not so smart.
and then there's myself. So it'll be called Boss Status, and we're going to be talking about the business of health and the health of business. So these will be topics related to the industry that we're in. So a lot about the dietary supplement industry and kind of our take on it and what we've learned. Trust me, we don't have all the answers, and we're just getting started, and we learn new stuff literally every week. But I think we've had a lot of great experiences that some people might learn something from as well. So we're going to take approaches, and one of the things that Kenton and I, you don't know about this yet, but we were talking about for the first episode, we were really going to talk about why companies fail in this industry and some of the things that we've learned to help prevent that. So look for that coming soon. We'd really like to start within the next couple of weeks, get a couple lined up. I'd like to do one with Julian, talk about the role of influencers in the industry as well. And then roll on from there, because literally we have these philosophical conversations all the time. And so excited to do that. To keep it at an hour, I think that's going to be difficult, but that's our goal, to keep it. They'll be between an hour and a half if I had to guess, because we just talk a lot, and
maybe as we progress, we'll get better at like I think boss status or like those things could turn into like a good 15-minute, you know. We'll play around with it. So that's about all the questions. There was one more, but it wasn't worth anything.
Wasn't worth anything. Anything else?
That person already asked.
Online? Bird, do we need to talk about anything else? Are we done? Should I blow us out?
Yeah, I'm out.